Hey, what's up? It's Sifu Kuttel, and in this video, we're working with the 2-section staff. So grab your 2-section staff. We're gonna be spinning over the head, around the back, and we're gonna make it a very fancy technique. Now, the key to this is consistency. And I talk about this a lot when we're doing any kind of spinning techniques. You have to have consistent hand changes. So every time I grab the staff with my right hand, it should be facing the exact same way every time. And when I transfer to the left hand, it should be the exact same way every time. This is key because you have a specific and dedicated head of the staff, and same thing, butt end of the staff. And you don't want to catch yourself in the middle of a technique, fumbling around trying to switch your staff around. So make sure you have the technique down and consistent first before adding speed. Now I am going to break this down a little bit more than usual, so if you already know how to spin up and over your head, you can skip forward a little bit. If you want to review the technique, watch from the beginning. And if you want to learn it just with the staff, check out this video. I do a lot more detail work on this video, and I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can work on it there and then come back to this. All right, that's enough. Let's go get to work. Okay, so for consistency, I am going to show the detailed version of how to spin over the top, over the head. If you already know how to do this, you can skip ahead a little bit, but just in case this is the first time you've seen this kind of weapon and this type of movement where you spin over the head, this is the detailed version. So one of the things you always want to remember is you want to have consistent hand changes. This means that no matter how you're spinning the staff, how many times you switch from hand to hand, every time I grab with my right hand, I'm going to grab the same way so that the head of the staff is always on the same side, pointing in the same direction. And every time I switch over to my left hand, it's going to be the exact same. This consistency is key because you're not always going to have a chance to just look at your staff. And if you do end up grabbing it wrong, you're going to have to recalibrate before you can continue to move. And when you're doing a spinning movement, it just looks bad. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is the hand change itself is going to be a palm-to-palm change. If you've seen any of my other tutorials, I talk about this one a lot. I'm going to take my right hand and hold it out. Notice that my palm is flat in front of my face. And then my left hand is going to come up from behind, and then it's going to basically take the palm and touch to the back of the hand. Okay, so I come up 1, 2. Very simple here. This is the same thing when we're spinning the staff. So notice, I'm going to bring the staff up above my head, spin until I have to open up my hand. This is that same position from before, palm up here. Now I take my left hand and I go on the outside and I let it continue and grab with my left hand. And then I'm just going to let it come back down. Now, if you've never done this before, I suggest you practice with a staff. Don't use the 2-section staff because you do have a chance of hitting yourself. However, if you can do this slow, you can still practice it with the 2-section staff, and when you get the movements down, you can start speeding it up. Okay? So again, what I'm going to do with my right hand, starting with my right hand, I'm going to take the butt end of the staff and put it behind my body. Okay? So now I swing towards my left, bring it up above my head, let it continue to spin, and then when I have to open up my hand, the other hand comes up, grab, continue the spin, and then again I'm going to take the butt end and put it behind my body as I reach out towards the left. If I'm facing towards you, right here, I come all the way up and across, over the head. It makes almost a full rotation here, maybe even more, and then I switch hands, and then I continue the rotation and drop it down behind my body. When you're doing this slow, don't try to drop your hands up and down too fast. A slow spin takes more time, okay? So let it spin all the way around as you grab, let it continue, and then come back down. It may feel a little bit longer on your left hand, but when you start speeding it up, you'll feel it's a very natural spin. So again, I just suggest breaking this part up, just getting used to going over your head and then down like this, okay? And try to make it so that at some point it almost looks like when this is swinging out, you want it to look almost as if it's a regular, just one staff, okay? 1-section staff instead of a 2-section staff, okay? So again, up over your head and then down. That's the easy part. Now the complicated part, okay? Take it with your left hand. We're going to take the butt end of the staff and put it behind the body. Now this time, I need to make sure that my palm is facing down and out to the side, and then I have to bring it in close to my hip. So here I go in and close to my hip, and then I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to grab so that my thumb points upward. Okay, so the grip is left hand is going to be with the thumb pointing up, right hand is just going to come up underneath just like that to touch the staff. Okay, so again, it comes over. When it goes behind my back, I have to go closer to my back, between my back and the staff, and grab. Okay, this is key. Make just a short drill of this. If you're having a hard time switching the hands, it's right here. So all you have to do is start with your staff out in front of you, hold it straight out, go behind your back, grab, and that's it. Just hold it and reset. So again, it's in my left hand. I go behind my back and grab. Okay, that's the key here. Once you grab here, the rest is going to be just unwinding and bringing the staff out above your body and then into the overhead spin. So from here, I'm going to turn with the staff and swing it up over my head, regular hand change, and then come back down. Grab, turn the body up over the head, and then back down. And until this becomes more of a natural spin. Now the thing about it is the timing is different. I have lots of time when it's above my head, and then it goes quick when it goes behind my waist. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. I have no time. Once it goes behind my back, it's very quick. So don't think of this as an even 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Now the final part here is to add the Kung Fu stances. This is really simple, and there's a very simple formula for this. When the staff is in one hand, you're going to face one direction. When the staff is in the other hand, you face the opposite direction. Keep your footwork consistent like that, okay? Now we're also stepping with the staff. So if my staff is spinning this way, I'm going to step with my body moving this way. If my staff is spinning this way, it would feel awkward to go against it. However, it is still possible. You're going to find some really unnatural feelings when you do that. It's going to feel twisted and not correct, okay? Now the last thing is, when we're using our traditional stances, make sure you drop down low and keep your shoulders and your hips at the same level as you move. So we're going to be moving in a horse stance position. When I step from horse stance to horse stance, I don't want to go up and then down. I want to think like the ceiling is low and I have to stay low with my body the whole time, okay? That's the key to making the body smooth. When the body turns and moves smooth and the staff moves smooth, it's very, very clean. It looks very, very nice, okay? So we start from this position. As it's moving up in my right hand and I go over my head, I stay facing this way. When it goes behind my back, I'm going to face the opposite side. So again, over my head, then I step around the back, over my head, and then around the back. The timing, as you notice, just the same with the hands. It's going to be longer when we're spinning over our head as when we're spinning around the waist. So you'll see I take a step, wait, step, step almost, okay? So again, if I'm starting from here, I have my waiting time, and then it's gonna go step, 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 okay? The timing is going to be like that. However, the main thing is the movement of the staff. You're moving your body for the staff. It's not moving the staff around your body. So keep that in mind and keep it clean. All right, so there you go. Now, as I've said before, and I say it every single time, consistency is key. So don't worry about the speed of your technique until everything is consistent. Once your hand changes are consistent, once the rhythm and the spinning is consistent, it just moves consistently. It doesn't have to be fast, it just continually moves. And once your footwork is consistent, then speed everything up. And speeding things up shouldn't be an instant thing, going from 0 to 100. Work your way up incrementally, because that's going to continue the consistency that allows this to be smooth and eventually fast. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer them. And if I have to, I'll even make another video for you. Otherwise, make sure to hit that like button. And as always, be sure to subscribe. Till next time, this is Sifu Kuttel.